event is D8. The players love him. Thank you, David. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And and then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Morant. Jason Tatum is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Lillard in at the 2. And for the Rockets, Curry is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Howard. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Cousins in at the power forward.
The star just keeps rising to Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous run.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. We're about 1 minute into the first. And Thompson kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now, this is the fire you love seeing. Now, Brown doesn't back down from anyone. He relishes getting his revenge.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. That one off the back iron and out.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Thompson with the bucket.
This is what makes Curry special on the offensive end, the ability to create for himself and others at the highest level of the game.
Morant dishes to Lillard. Tatum passes to Lillard. Lillard again missing. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Tatum for 3. And here's Houston. They've got an 8-0 run. Curry finds Thompson. Over Lillard. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
This shot certainly in Thompson's arsenal. I mean, he keeps the defense guessing.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
Now, here's Lillard. The pass to Morant. Lillard left side. He kicks to Morant. Pass to Porzingis. That one's off. Still out of sync. Rockets leading by 5. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And stolen by Cousins. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Oh, the body control of Cousins. Knows how to get hit and still finish off the shot.
Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Brown. A step back shot here. And no good that time. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Tatum. The shot. No good. Some solid defense from Brown. And Cousins kicks to Curry. Passes it to Howard. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Thompson's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Rockets. Trailblazers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Tatum passes to Lillard. Over Thompson. Capella. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Curry. Misses off the right iron. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Lillard misses.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding how to percent of shots.
Curry passes to Thompson. Now Cousins. Here's Brown. Great D that time from Tatum.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Lob pass to Capella. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That is a great finish. Capella has a man draped all over him and still finds a way to get the ball in the bucket.
Curry's shot is good.
Timeout.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebound. Largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely, and let's give respect to the offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to just, you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders. Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting 3s from Curry land in the 4 position because the game is evolved. And so now it is better to get back in transition than trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot from that other end.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Lopez, he's checked in for Howard. Mohamed Bamba comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Jackson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Russell in for Steph Curry. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Christian Woods checked in for Capella. Art comes in for Porzingis. Oubre's checked in for Tatum. And it's Drew Holiday in for Morant. Now here's Thompson. He's got 8, and the shot goes in. Thompson's got 10 points.
Oh, great job of mixing speeds on the dribble. I mean, Clay's ball handling is one of his biggest improvements since entering the league.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
Russell dishes to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And now it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. There's 39 seconds left in the first. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets That's the call, and we'll shoot two. It's on Damian Lillard.
Being a lottery pick often comes with high expectations, but Russell has shaped into a quality NBA player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Russell hits them both. Trailblazers trail by 10. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lillard with it. For three. And no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We come back right after this. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Wood out there with Clark. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. He's off on the first.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
Good on the second free throw. And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3-ball. That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Thompson misses. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Look, I love to see more of this for Lopez. He has the size to be a force on the glass.
Lillard attacking over to the left wing. No good from Clark. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They've led by as many as 14 points. Jackson against Oubre. Jackson passes to Lopez. Here's Thompson trying to get open as Lopez. Here's Bamba, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Lopez. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Bamba. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Jackson. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Klay Thompson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Christian Wood. Porzingis is coming in for Clark. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Oubre. And it's Morant in for Lillard. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Here's Curry following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Outside, Russell. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Capella. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Russell. Down low and stolen by Cousins. 3-on-3. Brown wide open. He fires. Here's Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Morant.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
Now here's Tatum after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Here's Capella, and that one good. Capella's got 6.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
Russell passes to Cousins. Outside for Curry. Another miss by Houston.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Inside, Holiday. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Holiday's got 8 points here in this quarter. Right side, Russell. And Capella sends it back.
He seems to improve his shot blocking every year. I mean, Capella is outstanding at using his length to swat away shots.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Chance to check out the numbers for Tatum. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 15 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Year one, he had to kind of find his way, but he seems poised to make some big strides here in his sophomore season.
Well, the team wants him to carve out a larger role for himself, but talent-wise, he's definitely got it in.
Curry's shot is good. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Now, here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Memphis.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Now, here is Russell. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. And it's Brown missing.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead. Now, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in the system.
To the paint. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Lobbed up there for Howard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Steph Curry fourth.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Cousins.
And Porzingis demonstrating there why he's an effective two-way player, positioning himself well there to just bother the shooter.
Holiday looking over the floor. The Rockets pull it in. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Another miss by Houston.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Tatum passes to Capella. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here is Curry. With the teardrop, Porzingis with the block. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Rockets lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 15 points and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
I think they let the game come to them. But they haven't got to the foul line enough. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've got Jaylen Brown. Howard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Thompson, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level. Well, everyone has already agreed that Curry is a generational talent and one of the greatest shooters of all time. I mean, at this point, he is just climbing up the all-time list in NBA history. I mean, it's a robust resume.
The first one falls. And with Curry, the titles, the unanimous MVPs, Chris, it's hard to argue he's not one of the best ever.
Yeah, Kevin, what stands out to me is just how much he's changed the game. I mean, when you alter how teams approach the game and how kids practice at home, he's made the three just as big as the dunk.
Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Bamba is checked in for Dwight Howard. And Cousins drops them both.
Oh, the combination of size and strength, it makes Cousins a tough cover. I mean, overpowering.
Lillard with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And it's Lillard missing. Rockets leading by 4. Here's the teardrop. The shot by Thompson, no good. Over to the wing. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 8 points.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic empowering through the D and nailing the shot.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Bamba dishes to Cousins. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Lillard surveying the D. Here's Morant. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And so Curry will bring it up for Houston. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, one of the best things about Klay Thompson, he's just an incredibly easy teammate to play with. He moves great without the ball. He doesn't need it in his hands to score. I mean, he looks to make that extra pass. You got to love it.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Thompson, all those things you mentioned, C-Webb, about him are why he's such a good fit with Curry.
Yeah, really anyone like Klay who doesn't need the ball to be effective is a breeze to play with. But the lack of ego on him to defer the spotlight to other stars constantly, it says so much about Klay. But don't sleep, though. He has the confidence to light you up at any time.
Well, going into the summer, Klay Thompson had said he wanted to stay with the Warriors. But Chris also said that he deserved a max contract.
Yeah, and if you look at Klay's resume, it's hard to argue that he isn't worth that amount. Let's remember what he's done for this team. The shooting he provides, the defense, the championships, he's earned what he was given.
And here is Bamba after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
The Rockets making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Five to shoot. Jackson passes to Thompson, and they pick up 2. Thompson's got 18 points in the game.
Oh, man, you got to love seeing Thompson flex his muscles on these shots. Doing well to power through the defense.
Here's Morant. Doesn't go that time. And it's Houston the other way. Outside Russell. And there's the pass to Bamba. Shoots over Morant. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got his second bucket tonight.
And you see Bamba on the offensive end. Very raw, but has potential, particularly from this range.
And it's Morant missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
With the floater, and Russell with the lay-in. Now it's a 6-point Houston lead.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And he recovers it. Here's Morant. A 3-pointer is right on target. He's got 10.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Russell passes to Thompson. Kicks to Curry. And it's Houston with another.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Lillard, the pass to Wood. Here's Clark, guarded by Jackson. Lets it go from 14. And the shot is long.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Clark, and count it from 19 feet away. Clark's got his second bucket.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
Curry can't get it to go. Portland's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Stolen by Thompson. Down low, Bamba, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at almost 7 feet tall, Bamba is hard to cover. He's adept at getting these calls inside.
It's his first trip to the line.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
First one falls for him.
You know, the comparisons to Rudy Gobert are understandable. Bamba's insane reach really helps on both ends of the court.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Holiday's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Oubre outside. Pass to Holiday. And Lillard kicks to Holiday. And another turnover here by Portland.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. He had a strong showing last season. Last year averaged 21 points per, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet moves.
It's blocked. Oubre on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Russell with it. Lillard picks him up. Thompson passes to Russell. And the layup's good off the glass. Russell's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the wing, Holiday. Out to the wing. Wood kicks to Lillard. 5 on the clock. From past the arc. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Thompson no good on the free throw.
The league is in great shape. When you talk about guys like Klay Thompson, I mean, he's a class act. He's going to be around for a long time, and I look forward to every minute of watching.
Russell finds Cousins. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Houston on top. They lead by a bucket. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Portland, Jason Tatum is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Brown to the inside. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Lillard, right side. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Lillard's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for Portland. Thompson passes to Brown. Houston needs to get a shot. No good from Cousins.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Passes it to Capella. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Left side, Porzingis. And there's Lillard on the assist by Porzingis. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Timeout called the Rockets. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Proving he can be crafty. Howard takes pride in fooling defenders and getting them to jump. Well, Mike D'Antoni, a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
And the first one drops.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And so Howard nails both of them. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard the pass to Tatum. Thompson against Holiday. To the wing on the left. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things that D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of the 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
He's looking for Russell and finds him. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Russell's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. Lillard against Howard. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Thompson in the corner. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Lillard. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. Thompson, and it's Houston with another.
And you can tell Thompson knows his role. He's out there to score. He loves to stay aggressive.
Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And Cousins gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Out of Willard High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked 2nd in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Houston on D. At one point, they led by 16. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Lillard. And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country. So, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdul-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the players.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 13-4 run. Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. From the low block, Porzingis with the block, and he's able to get it back.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Lillard from outside sinks the triple. Lillard's got 27 points.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Brown kicks to Curry. Inside, and there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Curry. 14 points here for Cousins.
Oh, man. And in these moments, Cousins is ready to take these shots. He does not shy away from a big moment.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The Rockets pull it in.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Tatum dishes to Lillard. Fires the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Cousins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Curry's shot is off. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. And that one's good. Morant.
That's a Ja Morant special. Ripping the hearts out of the opponent.
Curry passes to Thompson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
He doesn't always show a lot of emotion, but Thompson with an assassin's mentality.
Lillard, the pass to Tatum. Back to Lillard. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Here's Morant. It drops. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Now here's Curry. And a miss there on the triple. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. We've got 22 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
Yeah, down by 1. You'd expect them to go for 2 here unless they get something wide open on the perimeter.
And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
And Lillard kicks to Morant. Pass to Porzingis to take the lead. Got it up in time. Oh, he hit it! He hit it!
What a great
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
That's how you end a ball game. The dramatic three to win it all.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.